You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't even be in your thought process. Okay, so let's get that one out of the way. Next. Well, here we go again, guys. Welcome back. And by the title of this video, you already know what we're going to talk about. So, what I want to do is answer a question that has been asked a whole lot. ADS, what's the best ADS setting? What's the best ADS setting so you can improve your gameplay? What's the difference between them all? Should I use tap and hold the ADS? Should I use tap the ADS? Should I use hybrid? Should I use double tap? Alright, I'm going to answer that very, very quickly, or as fast as I can answer that. First, I will say do not use double tap the ADS. Don't use that. We're going to hop. I'm gonna put that on first. I'm going to use double tap just to show you why I say don't use that. I don't think anybody has... What am I doing? I don't think anybody has, a question about double tap, but we're gonna tackle that one first just because it's the quickest one to say not to use, and then we'll get into the should I use this or should I use that? When should I use this? When should I use that? When do you use that, Drew? How do you use that? Like different things like that. So I got double tap the ADS on. You see my ADS button is gone. It was in this top right corner. So. And you see when I double tap the screen, it ADS's, and if I double tap it again, it goes away. So I don't recommend doing this because it takes so long. Like if I tap it one time, I would have already ADS. Now I got to do it twice to go in, and that's just too slow. And that's the bottom line of it. Could it be useful? Maybe. But I haven't seen where it could be. Could you master this? Maybe. But it's really no reason to try to master this. You know what I'm saying? Not even, that shouldn't even be in your thought process. Okay, so let's get that one out of the way. Next, let's go to tap and hold. We'll go right down the list, tap and hold. So tap and hold, basically you hold down the ADS button, and then once you release it, you come back out from the ADS. This is more like a controller. That's why this is in the game. It's more like a controller, just like a trigger on a controller or anything like that. You hold it down, your ADS, you let it go, you go away from it. And this is very useful in sniping situations. Let's see the sniper here. Very useful in sniping situations. I can hold it down. If I don't see a shot, I just go out of it, which is perfect. Instead of tapping, you know what I'm saying? Then I had to tap back out of it. Just releasing it. I think it's best for in sniping situations. I think it's very, very useful, especially if you use tap. I'm not tap, but if you use the what's the method called? The ADS plus shoot method, and that way you can shoot a lot faster, just like that. You see, I barely scoped in and I shot just like that. If you use that method, it's very, very useful. I don't know how. If it's weird, it's possible to do it with tap to ADS, but it's very, very weird. Let me see. It feels very weird to me. Like if I tap it again now, like it just feels weird. Like I don't know. It feels weird if I do it that way. The hold there, like, oh no, wait. I could do it there, but it's not. I'm not as accurate with. I got a hit marker. What? Anyway, it's possible to do it that way, but it's way more comfortable, way easier, less thought process to do hold the ADS that way. Tap and hold the ADS. And if you main snipers, I recommend this. Unless you're a thumb player. If you're a thumb player, I don't recommend. I recommend you learning how to do it with a tap the ADS if you're thumbs. But if you're like, if you're a three finger as well, bro. But if you're running them four fingers, man, anything four and up, I feel like it's better to do it that way. Thumbs can do it, but when you're playing thumbs, it's just more beneficial for you not to have a whole finger occupied by holding something down. It's just not worth it. But for your four finger and up players, it's definitely worth it to go hold the ADS on snipers. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Just my opinion. Now, let's talk about hold the ADS in terms of machine guns and different things like that. I feel like if you coming from a PlayStation or Xbox or any kind of console, even the Wii, even the Switch, if you're coming from a console or anything like that, especially using a controller, hold the ADS might be the best bet for you because it's gonna feel so natural. It's just gonna feel like instant gratification. Okay, it's gonna feel like instant gratification. So I would definitely recommend it if you're coming from that, and I would definitely recommend that you do the opposite of my layout, because then it would be just like a controller. But I use it this way, and I have my triggers on the left because my right finger can do a lot more than my left. So I only gave my left finger 2 buttons. Sometimes, and I even had this ADS, this one tap ADS button off at one point because I didn't want my left finger doing anything but shooting. And I might take it off again. I'm not exactly sure, but that's another video for another day. Tap to ADS, man. When is it useful? When is it useful? It is useful a lot of times. I wanted to eliminate like this button because I just wanted to use one button. So all I did was hip fire because hip fire is very useful. But this is very useful. You see how I'm holding it? Now I can jump and stuff like that. I can crouch. And for some reason, sometimes the crouch button will make the one tap ADS button go away. Why? I don't know why that glitch is. But if I was using the hold to ADS, I couldn't do all of that unless my prone buttons and my jump buttons was on opposite sides. But then you would have to move the shoot button. And then if you find a layout for that, you let me know. But it's very difficult to go prone and all that while using hold to ADS. It's possible, yes, you can make a layout for it, but at the same time, there's only so many layouts you can make. So that's why tap to ADS is very useful. Very, very useful. You can go between different ones, you can slide, you can jump, all that. Like if I'm using the way I say slide, you can crouch, not slide. But that's why it's very useful. The con with it is if somebody runs past you, like say you holding this, somebody run past you, you had to tap and then turn or something like that, because sometimes it's like some people had an ADS sensitivity so high they can just make that turn like that. I have speed excel on, so sometimes I can make it, but sometimes I have to tap out and then hip fire them or something like that. Whereas if you're using hold to ADS, you just release it and then you can shoot them and then go right back into ADS or something like that. So which one is better? It's situational. It's very, very situational. Like I said, I feel like sniping and using hold is better with sniping, because if I'm using the hold to ADS and I'm playing with an AR, a lot of the times, like say I want a drop shot and I'm using hold. Imagine if I had hold on right now. If I'm holding, I'm shooting, my finger is occupied. I cannot drop shot unless you move the drop shot button like below the movement button or something and let your thumb do it. Then it's possible that way. But then you cut off, like you're not moving when you're drop shotting, so I guess it is possible, but you do lose the ability to jump shot. So then you won't be able to press the jump shot. But whereas you tap then jump like that is very, very possible. So tap might be better. It might be better in certain situations, like I said, but I feel like hold is better when sniping. So that brings me to the next one, the one that I'm starting to try to use and try to master, is hybrid ADS. Now, I don't see a lot of people promoting hybrid ADS, and I think it's something that people should consider trying to master. I can use tap, like say I want to use tap, I can go tap, or I can go hold, and I have not noticed any glitches with it so far. Now, the tricky part is it's hard to master. Sometimes you'll hold, and then you won't hold long enough, which the hold time is not long, like 1 2 and see, didn't do it 1 2 3, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it did do it. So but if I tap immediately, if I hold, let's see, 1 it comes out 1. So if it's a 1 second hold, it's not gonna, like, it does it on a 1 second hold. Like, look at that. But if you just tap, look at that. Like, it's almost the best of both worlds, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people don't talk about hybrid ADS. I don't see anybody really. If you're using hybrid ADS, let me know. But I don't see a lot of people using hybrid ADS, and I feel like it's a very underused ADS mode. Like, but I guess If you use one, then it's less confusion, but it's just like the prone button, man. The prone button has so many advantages, but a lot of people take it off because it lessens confusion if you take the prone button off. If you take the prone button off, it lessens confusion because you only have 2 buttons to press now, but now I have 3. More time for error, more time for rewards, right? So you just have to pick your poison. Me, I'm going with hybrid ADS as the best, but more risk reward. I'm gonna go with tap to ADS for being just the one that most people, I feel like most people use tap to ADS. And I'm gonna say hold to ADS is probably the easiest to learn, especially people coming from like controllers and stuff. It's just easy to learn because as soon as you take your finger off, it goes away. Whereas tap to ADS, you have to remember to tap it again in order for it to go away. So I feel like you gotta pick your poison. Hold the ADS being the easiest one to learn, especially for 4-finger call players. But having the ability to do less, like you can't jump shot and stuff like that with it, depending on how your layout is, how most people layouts are. Tap being the most used version and probably the best version because it had less confusion. So I'm saying tap is probably better than the rest of these, but hybrid has the most potential to be best because then you just cover every single ground. However, that leaves room for more error, if that makes sense. So let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. So hopefully I answered the question, which one is better, which one should you use in this video. If you want to be somebody high risk, high reward like I am going to be, go with a hybrid ADS if you want to use both. Don't use tap, don't use double tap, by the way. But if you want to keep it simple but still have the benefit of every single thing in the game, go to tap to ADS. If you are just starting out and you have played on controller for a long time, go with hold to ADS. So that's it for this video, guys. If you want more tips, tricks, and different things like that, let me know down in the comment section below. I will see you guys in the next video. Y'all continue to grind and continue to shine, man. It's your boy Drew, and I'm out.